everyone, this is Tiffany with Raising House and Home, and today I'm going to make a nice pasta sauce with some hamburger, some red wine, and some garlic. First, we're going to have a little bit of olive oil in a hot pan. I'm just going to smush it around this way. Let that heat up a little bit before we put the hamburger in. This is a super simple recipe. So I bought these little bottles of wine because I don't really drink that much wine and it usually just goes to waste when I use it for cooking. So I found these small bottles and I bought them in white wine and the red. And the white I've used for chicken. Alright, so we're gonna crumble this up and my hands are clean. So we're gonna crumble all this meat. And we're gonna let this brown up. And then we're gonna add some garlic and some salt and pepper and some flour. So I will be back when this starts to brown. So the beef is browning up nicely. We're almost ready to put in our spices and our vegetables. So I just added the garlic powder, and if you have regular garlic, fresh garlic, or minced garlic, whatever you prefer, you can use in this. I'm just using what we have on hand. And now I'm going to put in our carrots. And I kind of matchbox them on the cheese shredder. So there's that. And then we're going to put in some black pepper. Just a little bit. And some onion powder. Usually you would put like chunks of onion, but if you've been watching my other videos, you know that my family doesn't like chunks of onion, or most of them don't. So instead of making a whole bunch of different meals, I just use onion powder. And then we're going to use some thyme. Probably about half a teaspoon of thyme. And I've already put the garlic powder in. And mix this up just a little bit. And I'm going to put the salt in a little bit later, after we get all the sauce in. I'm using just regular spaghetti sauce, but you can use tomato paste or tomato sauce. And I think that the sauce I'm using already has quite a bit of salt in it, so I don't want to overdo it on the salt flavor. So now I'm going to add about a tablespoon of flour. Everything is browned up nicely. So we're going to add the flour. That will help thicken this up. We're going to coat everything in the flour. Again, this is about a pound, maybe a pound and a quarter of Hamburg. So if you're going to use more Hamburg, then you would use more flour. There. So we're going to let that cook a little bit more so that the flour has a chance to cook and not have that raw flavor to it. And then we're going to pour the wine. I wish you guys could smell it. It smells so good. Alright, so we're going to open up our bottle of wine. And I'm not sure if I'm going to use the whole bottle on this. There's not quite enough Hamburg, I think, to support the whole bottle. So we'll see when I start pouring what it looks like. So I'm going to pour You want to get all those like crunchy bits off the pan and let the wine reduce a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, we'll go for a little bit more. Almost a full bottle. So I used about 3/4 of the bottle. And I think it could support the whole bottle. So we're gonna pour it all in. And then it will continue to reduce and the sauce will get thicker with the flour. So we're gonna let this sit and simmer so that that wine can reduce. And then we're gonna add the tomato sauce. And while our meat is cooking and our wine is reducing, I'm gonna get the pan ready for our spaghetti because it's about the same amount of time for the sauce to thicken as it is for the pasta to cook. So our wine sauce is continuing to boil down and reduce, and so I wanted to make our garlic butter for our biscuits. So we're going to add a little bit of garlic powder, and this is just softened butter that I stirred with a spoon. So I just left it out on the counter for the day and it was nice and soft. And we're going to add some parsley. This is what makes it look really pretty on the biscuits. And then you're just going to mix it up in the bowl. And get it nice and evenly mixed and creamy. And once you get that all done, you put it on top of the biscuits. So I'm going to show you after I get this all completed. So we got just these biscuits from Walmart. I think they were 49 cents for a roll. You could make your own biscuits, but flour is hard to come by right now. So if you can get something that you would make normally with flour, if you can get a substitute, then by all means go for it. So we popped it open, and this is what it comes like, and then you're just gonna spread the butter on like that. And I'm just gonna take a little tiny bit off from the spoon and then just set it up. So basically it's just gonna be like a dollop. And you can kind of take off a little bit if you put too much on. And then you spread it out more with your spoon. I just use the back of my spoon. And I'm going to do that with all of them and then throw it in the oven, and let's see what it says. They cook at 400 degrees, and so that's what I will cook them at. And I'm going to throw them all in the pan, and I'll show you when I get done. Okay, so this has gotten nice and thick and the wine has reduced. So we are ready for our spaghetti sauce. I'm just using traditional Great Value pasta sauce. It's what was available in the store, so that's what we're going to use. And you could use tomato paste, you can use tomato sauce, whatever you have. I don't know if I would use ketchup, but you probably could if you wanted to. You could give it a little taste test. And this is not going to be too thick. And some of these recipes call for like a thicker beef sauce, but this is going to be for spaghetti, so we like it to be a lot more sauce than like a thick beef. So we're just going to stir this up, and this has some nice chunks of tomato, and we're just going to stir it up. We want to incorporate all of those flavors from the wine and all of those nice brown bits in the bottom of the cast iron pan. There, and I'm going to actually check out the salt. Yeah, okay, so sodium, see if I can get it to adjust so you guys can see. I have to put it sideways, but there you go. It's 480 milligrams of sodium. So I think we're all set on adding salt to this. Rinse out my jar. And our spaghetti water is almost boiling, so we'll be putting that in. So now it's time to start the spaghetti. And I'm going to do a full box because I have 5 people to feed, and any leftovers we will use for lunch tomorrow. Since everyone is home, we have to think about lunch as well. So we're going to get this boiling up, and our sauce is almost done. So the spaghetti is all done, and I'm going to put some butter in, and you can do any kind of oil like olive oil or butter just to kind of get it all oiled up a little bit. We're going to let that melt, and our sauce is done, our rolls are done, so we're going to get this plated up and I'll show you guys what it looks like. So here it is, all plated up. We've got our garlic knots and our sauce and our Parmesan cheese on top and the spaghetti. This looks like a really great hearty meal that costs next to nothing and feeds a whole lot of people. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please click subscribe below, as well as hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I put up new videos. And thanks you guys so much for watching. Please stay safe and healthy, and I'll talk to y'all later.